we got. Start off with any bolt.
I guess so.
Maybe this one.
Looks good.
That's the right spot.
All right. Alex!
What's going on?
What's up, dude?
Nothing. What are you guys doing?
We're trying to figure out how to take an engine out.
Oh,
This is perfect time. What are you doing here?
I brought some tools. I heard someone needs a K-swap.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm your K-swap technician today.
Perfect timing.
Awesome.
Now, I will warn you, I don't really ever work on Japanese cars, but it doesn't look that difficult.
An engine's an engine, right?
Yeah, and this is a very basic and reliable engine.
We need this?
No. Let me go ahead and take that.
What's up, guys? Today it is time to remove the engine from the Miata. We're gonna be putting the K24 Honda motor in, and Alex is here from Legit Street Cars because I've never done this, man.
Neither have I. But if we're doubling the horsepower of something, I'm in.
Wait a minute, you've never done this?
I never work in Japanese cars.
Okay, but an engine's an engine.
Well, yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
We have instructions?
Kind of.
Okay.
We're gonna be taking this engine out, replacing it with that K24. We're gonna be doing a manual swap. We're not gonna do it all today, but we're gonna get as much as we can done and get started. And I'm hoping that you'll kind of be our guide.
Is this an automatic?
It is. So it's gotta go to manual.
Wow, so like 80 horsepower automatic Miata?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Need more horsepower.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and start on this now.
All right.
We gotta get this out.
I feel like we have a lot of the tools and everything, so I feel like we're playing the part, but like we don't have the knowledge yet. So,
Cool.
Where do we start?
Well, you said you drained the fluids, right?
We got a lot of the fluids drained. So we took some of the fans out, we took some of the radiator out, we got that radiator fluid. I think we still have like brake fluid in there and transmission fluid and stuff that we need to take out.
Yeah, so we wanna make sure we have all the fluids out so we don't make a mess, and we need to lift this up in the air and take a look at the exhaust.
Okay.
We're gonna remove basically all of the exhaust except for the exhaust manifold.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean, it is pretty basic because we just need to make sure nothing is attached to this thing before we yank it out. So,
All right.
yeah, the removal process is definitely the easier part of the job. But yeah, so I think at this point, I mean, we can just start going around looking at what is attached and start removing. So, for example, these hoses here, those are gonna go. We're just gonna take them off from here. Everything's gonna come out with the engine. So all the accessories are coming out with the engine. There'll be wiring harnesses that we need to disconnect. So we can just start up here. There's plenty for us to do.
Okay.
And this little guy should be out of here in short order. This doesn't look too bad.
All right.
It's very basic.
You want us to lift it up a little bit so we can look on the underneath?
Yeah, we can take a look underneath, kind of get a game plan going. That's cool.
All right, cool.
Are you using the factory dash?
Yeah. Factory dash, so we do have new harnesses that are going in there. Like this is a lot of the stuff. I don't know what this is.
Okay, yeah, let's...
This is where we're at, Alex. Like, do you want to skim through this real quick? And
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So compatible engines, we got the right engine.
That's good.
It's like you're a speed reader, like one of those guys who can just read that book like really fast, and then you know karate and stuff.
There's a lot of pictures, so...
Yeah, I got it. Let's go.
No, I'm just getting a basic run here. Okay, reuse the K-Series engine coolant, temp sensor. Ooh, pretty oil pan. That's awesome.
Yeah, they machine everything in-house.
Yeah, this is great. Timing chain cover, okay. Yeah, so we have to do some serious engine stuff here. Okay, so we're gonna disconnect the exhaust right there. And then we'll just remove
something.
You're right, it's okay.
You're probably used to that
I'm
shit.
used to that. It's conditioner at this point. Yeah, so we'll disconnect it. Where is this thing from? It's beautiful in here.
Japan.
Oh, right. I'm so used to Chicago cars, so it's just a big glob of rust. Wow, yeah, this is nice. These bolts look like they're gonna come apart real easy. So yeah, we'll start with the exhaust there. Can we get a 2-post lift in here real quick?
I know.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit difficult with this stuff in the way. Like, just like, you know, like here's a bolt we need to get to, which we can't, you know, like, we'll do it by hand, but it'll take like 3 minutes instead of like 3 seconds, you know? Yeah, it's just, it's definitely not ideal. I mean, is there like a realistic chance your 2-post could be here soon? Oh, no, okay.
I mean, if it was here, it'd be
No, I didn't know if it was
several
coming, like,
hours
next
to set it up.
Right. That's okay. We, you know, because like if it comes in the next week, you can always then just transfer the car over there for the rest of the project, you know, right? Yeah. So we can just muscle through this because we don't have that much to do down here, but eventually if you get a 2-post, that would be like ideal.
All right, new plan. We got a 2-post lift coming in next week, so it's gonna be very hard to get to a lot of this stuff because of this lift. A lot of this stuff's in the way. So we're actually gonna work on putting all the K-swap stuff on the Honda motor, and then we can switch that out.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't have anything else to do, I'd say let's suffer through it, but we have so much to do on this anyway, and this is honestly kind of the more intricate stuff that I could help out a lot more with, you know? So yeah, let's get the engine stand.
Do you want this on the engine stand?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get this on the engine stand, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Alex from Legit Street Cars, and I'm here to help Jason and the crew at Chicago Auto Pros put a reliable yet powerful and compact Honda engine into a right-hand drive Japanese Miata that I can never remember the actual name of. Unos?
Unos Roadster.
Unos Roadster. All right, I like it.
So what's your background, your history, and like when did you start?
Yeah, I started in Laramie, Wyoming, at tech school when I was 18. So I went to Wyotech for a year. Mercedes-Benz of Chicago hired me before I graduated as an apprentice. And I was at Mercedes for 10 years as a journeyman. And then after that, heavy duty diesel, worked my way up to being a shop foreman and starting a YouTube channel. So I love American stuff, LS engines, newer LT stuff, Mercedes, AMG, not so much Japanese stuff. Actually, the only Japanese stuff I have on my channel is me literally blowing up a Toyota Camry engine, like on purpose, to see how long it would survive without oil. So
what are some of the main things on your channel that you like to work on?
You know what, I work on a lot of like real everyday stuff. So I don't really have too many crazy exotics. Everything I buy is usually like 20 grand or less or way less. I'm working on a $750 auction Jeep right now. So got it running, it was sitting for 5 years. I don't know, yeah. And then just budget performance stuff, cars that were 100 grand 10, 15 years ago that are like 8 now. And you can make fast for a few hundred or a few thousand bucks, you know, $2,000, $3,000. So that's primarily what I enjoy doing. But Miata engine swaps, it's, you know, it's a
The new shop, like what are your plans with the new shop? Like, are you gonna be able to do different types of things now?
Yeah, so the new shop will allow me to do what I'm doing, but more of it. Like right now I'm dead in the water with, I have a twin turbo Mercedes V12 taken apart at home, and that's it. My garage is full. I can't do anything else. So the shop I'll have 2 racks at the shop, a ton more space. I can work on bigger stuff. I have this like crazy idea of a moving truck slash man cave slash 1,000 horsepower. So now I have the room to do something that big. So lots of plans for the new shop. I'll be in there in like a month. And I would invite this thing over there. That would be phenomenal. They didn't give you any of the bell housing bolts probably, right?
Bell housing bolts. I'm sure we have some new ones.
No, that's okay. It would have been for the transmission that came with this.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been the bolts that go right in here and stuff, but that's okay. Do you guys have any miscellaneous bolts?
Yeah.
Start looking through?
Yeah.
But the thing is, do you think you have anything that's
that long? Probably not.
Yeah, okay, so we'll need to let's find something that at least threads in here, and then we'll have to make a run to the hardware store.
Okay.
But at least we'll know what the thread is.
Things are already not going smoothly.
Hey, you know what? Do you have the engine mount kit just in case some of those bolts could maybe work right now?
I do.
Or at least we can figure out the thread. right, cool. Let's get this on here. And we're gonna have this thing on the stand like really soon. All right, so if you wanna grab that one, get through there, and then we're gonna do that one right there.
Do we need to tighten these ones here?
Yeah, we will eventually. Once everything is like mounted, we'll adjust it all. So then this one will go, let's see, actually we don't have another long bolt, so if it would reach here, oh, that would be so awesome if it would reach. Oh, well, we have another one here we could probably use if we have a bolt long enough. That's the problem. Like at this side, we can do like right here. Yeah, we're gonna need 2 more of those.
2 more of those long ones?
Yeah.
I can run and get some.
Yeah, I mean, unless you see something else in the kit.
Do we need to hoist it onto the stand?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hoist it onto this. Well, actually, if you guys, it'd be kind of fun. We could pick this thing up. It'd be kind of funny. I mean, but yes, you would normally use the cherry picker to put it on the stand, but we could muscle this thing probably. I've lifted LS and big V8s with a friend of mine. They weren't complete though, so we'll see. Hopefully, this should be an all aluminum engine. Yeah. So
if you can get 4 of these washers.
yeah, just
and
get 4 washers.
And like 2 or 3 bolts for that.
You know what then, and if you're gonna go buy bolts anyway, just go ahead and buy 3 of these that are the exact same size. You probably won't find it identical, but you know, a little bit longer, whatever. Then we can just put these back in the bag and keep it all organized.
So a few that are a few inches longer and a few that are identical.
One that is 2 inches longer.
Yeah, so you need three just like this, 1 that's 2 inches longer, and 4 washers, and a nut.
Make a list.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, thanks, Will.
Are you doing headers on this?
No.
They didn't give you
No.
There's no exhaust manifold, right? They didn't give it to you?
You're talking to a guy who knows nothing about, like, I don't think so. We do have a different exhaust manifold that comes with it, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, you have that. Okay, cool.
Whether we have it or not
Oh, okay.
it is a part of the K-swap kit.
Okay, so this is the intake. This is where it sucks, and this is where it farts it out on this side, and there's nothing there, so.
Yeah, so I want to kind of show you, this is the package we got, so it comes with that.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. That's the intake. So that's that. Yeah, there's the headers right there. Okay. Yeah, so you're straight up swapping this out completely.
Yeah, so it comes
And
with,
then, yeah. So hang on to now.
we don't have
How does
that.
that flange work? Let me just check something. Oh, it all just bridges together in one. So, yeah, okay, so like, if you noticed in that picture of that exhaust manifold, it had like 4 ports, separate ports.
Yeah.
This has them all coming to one. So like in that picture, unless it's just some file footage, that doesn't look like it would be the right. So unless there's some kind of adapter that I'm not thinking of.
Oh, that's the K24A package. That's not even the right package. This is the one that we ordered, the K24Z3.
That's it right there.
And that's where the exhaust connects to.
Yeah. So there is really no traditional header. It's built in. It's the head. Honda guys are probably like, duh. I'm like, I've never seen that. But that's not even like the weird part. There is no actual header. It's part of the head. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Wow, man. Crazy. So like on most engines, this portion here where it collects all the exhaust and sends it to one collector is a bolt-off part. Like we would zip, bolt this off. On this engine, it's literally part of the cylinder head.
Oh, wow.
And this is it. So if there was anyone watching who didn't believe that I don't work on Japanese cars, that would prove it. I've never seen this. on all the German and American cars I've ever worked on, it's not like that. So that's just different.
You want to spin this around so we can
Sure.
work on this side?
No, here, I'm gonna mess with this stuff right now. So yeah, if you want to spin it this way,
Okay, perfect.
that's cool. All right, so right now we're just gonna remove everything that's attached to this intake.
Is this, do you see this? Is that supposed to be like that?
No, that was probably
Damage.
damaged during the removal of the engine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's totally kinked. So if that's well, you'll have to get a new one because that is a part that'll go with the in the car and everything. Yeah.
That's all air that's going into here, or?
Yeah, this looks like it's the Pcv system right here. So that is emissions stuff. It's pulling the vapors from the crankcase into the intake and burning it, so they don't just exit into the atmosphere. When you see like guys running catch cans or breathers, that's the system they're messing with. And the reason for that is it's quite literally sucking oil vapors into the intake manifold. So you can imagine after many years, the intake manifold will get wet. It'll have oil in it. And you don't really want to burn oil. It's not good for your spark plugs. You know, it's not a big issue with modern day engines. I'm sure this has got a great PCV system, but in the world of like racing, when you're running high boost and crazy modifications, you don't want any oil in your intake manifold at all, and you typically don't care about emissions when you're, you know, modifying a car. Usually that stuff kind of goes away, but unless you guys are boosting this or going nuts, we'll keep that system intact. There's no real reason to mess with it. I mean, this will have way more power, I'm sure, than that little.
We're gonna let the new owner decide if they want to boost it and give it 500 horsepower.
Right. I gotta say, it's weird that, like, I mean, I guess it's not weird. They do this in the American world all the time with LS swaps, but it's like that 4-cylinder engine couldn't do nearly what this Honda one could do. Although this is much newer, right?
Yeah.
What year is this engine out?
2014.
So it's always a good idea to take like components off in as big of a chunk as you can. Like, so instead of disconnecting all these hoses, let's just take this whole thing off at once. So then you don't have to worry about like remembering the routing and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, I just start taking everything apart. Yeah.
Sometimes you can save a lot of time by just removing a bracket. All right, dude. This is the, oh wait, you need a socket. This is the fun part. You just got to zip out one, two, these bolts right here holding this plastic plenum in. Cool. So you can see this is the oil I'm talking about that builds up.
Oh yeah.
So this is from the PCV system. You can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Again, it's not going to affect it under stock conditions. They've designed it well, but people get rid of it.
Are we replacing that, or is that something that...
The intake?
Yeah.
It says in the instructions to remove the both manifolds, so I don't know. I don't know if you got a new one or not. I'd have to look at that picture again with all your stuff. But yeah, we got to take it off anyway, so.
Any of the stuff that we're putting back on, does it have to be torqued down, or is it...
Yeah. I mean, there's some things where it's like most definitely yes. Yeah. But stuff like this, yes, there's a torque spec, yes. If I was like teaching a class, I'd say yes, torque it. In reality, probably 95% of the mechanics out there would just hand tighten something like this.
Yeah, you kind of get a feel for how much torque you can...
Yeah, I mean, it bottoms out, you tighten it a little bit more and you're done. So not a... But yes, there is technically a torque spec for every single fastener on every car. Like... Right now it's nuts and bolts. The timing on this, I'm sure, is nothing, you know, that's going to be the most, I'm not going to say difficult, but something where you need to kind of understand how the engine works and know a little bit about mechanics to set the timing on any engine. And we'll see that stuff once we get that timing cover off.
Has to come off, huh?
Not entirely sure if like this, because like we need to get this cover off. See how it ends right there?
Yep.
I was gonna take this off because it's like it's blocking a bolt right there. I mean, we could probably get that by hand, but I wonder if they want you to take off this entire thing. It doesn't specifically say to, so we might be able to leave this on because it's sealed. Let me just take a look at their pictures and see if they have that big thing off. Oh, no, they left it on. Okay. Yeah, we can leave that. Yeah, and in the pictures, they're leaving this big, so I could have left that alternator probably, but that's okay. It's still good to have it out of the way.
We're taking this whole thing off.
Yeah, we're gonna take that entire, that's getting completely replaced.
What size is that?
This is a 12. So here, if you want to get the other ones.
I'll grab another 12.
Here, you can do most of them with the gun, Jason.
Okay.
It's only, here, if you want to work on this one, this is the only other, yeah, there should be another 12. Yeah, I'll grab this right.
Which way do I go?
Ah, jeez. Up.
Up?
Go up. So close. There we go. All right. Let's look in the engine.
It's a lot of buildup, huh?
Yeah. Wow. I'm really surprised because this is normal port fuel injection. These fuel injectors are just straight up squirting gas. Whoops. You know, right on your intake manifold or intake valves, which cleans them. That's why running like good fuel is like important. You know, they have detergents to clean the valves.
Yeah.
Normally, you don't see that kind of carbon buildup unless you're running what's called direct injection, where it's not spraying directly on the valves. So.
Can we clean that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What we'll do is we can just like, well, we can do that whenever we want, really. We spin the engine around. We get the valves to be both closed. So like you could see this one, they're slightly open.
Yep.
So you wouldn't want to clean that one yet.
You did this on a video.
Yeah, I've done this a couple times in the videos. So yeah, so like all these are closed right now, so we could attack those.
Yeah.
You can like media blast them, or you can just spray some chemicals in there, like brake clean, whatever, and just kind of use a pick and just clean them out and blow them out. It's kind of a messy, smelly job. Honestly, if the dry ice machine would totally do that. But that's not coming here, right? The machine. No, okay, yeah. But no, it's not a big deal. What we'll do is we'll get this on the stand, and before we rip it apart, if you want, we can just bring it outside so we don't like destroy your shop.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna make that big of a mess, but you know, it'll whatever you want. All right, so at this point we could start disassembling this, but we should just get it on the stand.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll be back soon. You know.
Yeah. I got the bolts. All right, Alex had to go to his full-time job because unlike the rest of us, he actually works. So you gave us some instructions on what to do to take apart this K24 here. So we're gonna go as far as we can. And the guys from Glenview are coming over because after 5 o'clock, we're gonna still work on this thing and get as far as we can. We'll probably start taking some of this engine out and try to fight this lift here a little bit. I don't want to break it. That's what he said not to do. And I feel like the first thing we're gonna do is a bit. Yeah, we didn't listen to you. Like 5 minutes after you left, we broke it. I'm gonna call Dennis and see if Dennis has any ideas on how to take this off.
Yo.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey, yo. How's it going?
We're taking apart a Honda motor.
Okay.
I have a question for you that you may know the answer to. We are taking off the pulley to remove the timing chain cover and this bolt that is, what is it? The crank bolt is like really hard to get off. Any suggestions on us on how to get that off? Because I don't want to break it.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Can you say it again? I got you on the phone, James.
Hey, James. So,
Hey, man, how's it going?
hey, dude, how you doing? So we're getting ready. We're taking off the oil pan. We have to take off the timing chain cover. In order to get that off, we have to take this crank bolt off, and I'm afraid of breaking it. And I didn't know if maybe a torch or just really hammer at it.
You said it's a K-Series?
Yes, and cause
Yeah, they're notoriously hard. Man, your best bet really is to get it. You're not gonna break it. They're just like extremely crazy, stupid tight from the factory.
okay. So I shouldn't worry about putting.
Yeah, don't be worried about it. If you have like canned air or something, you can either like hold it upside down and freeze the bolt a little bit, or you can heat it up.
Okay.
Either one works, but it'll come loose with enough force.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not gonna break it. And if you do have a problem, I've got a couple extra crank bolts here. So.
Okay, excellent. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Should we try the torch a little bit? Just torch it? I can go more on it. I can go, like I was going about 3/4.
Oh, I guess you could give it a go first.
All right.
Woo! There it is.
We did it! All right. Okay, that's done.
Well, get started on the timing cover. About 5 hours later, making some progress. There it is.
All right.
This is the thingamajig.
This is the thingamajig. Gotta take this off too then, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it's holding it in too. oil change on this, right?
Yeah. This is how you do an oil change.
You just pour it in there. All right, what's the next step?
We need to set the timing chain to top dead center and then remove this and the timing chain. Okay. Now all this comes off too. Yeah, this whole top piece.
I like having pictures.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice.
They got a bunch of hands on the engine, so I'm trying to find something to do. So I'm gonna build a car dolly so we can roll the car around the shop. Nothing is labeled. There's no instructions.
No instructions?
There's literally just a picture. It says installation instructions, and this is it. Oh.
Will it lift all the way up to there?
It goes higher.
Damn.
So you get rolled around like in the sky.
Okay, let's see. So, we need to disconnect these bolts, break them free, leave them in, and then we'll just keep working. The trans is gonna come out too, so we can start disconnecting lines. These don't hook up on this.
Let me see if I can find something else.
They're gonna, once we start putting weight on it, they'll get stuck.
Can we put a bolt through there? And
It's gotta be a good bolt. So we need a chain. What time is Harbor Freight open till? I don't know what it's called exactly. It's an engine leveler. It hooks up to this and it has a chain here and here and a crank. And so when we start putting weight on it, we can offset it and counter it, and so it comes out.
yeah, I'm tired.
Okay, let's make a decision right now. Do you want to spend the extra hour? We're gonna be here till 10 if we keep doing this and clean up.
I don't want to be here till 10.
Okay, then let's pack it up. We know where we stand. We'll get a chain. I'll bring a chain, or we can get the right thing. We should get the right thing for putting the motor in. That'd be nice.
It'd make it easier.
And I'll fiddle winkle with this later, and we'll do it. You know.
Call it a night.